What'd you say?
Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here doing another Throwback Thursday review on the Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure Apocalypse from ToyBiz. As you can see right here, here are all the figures from the wave that you needed to build the Apocalypse figure. Now, all of the figures except for Maestro Hulk had a variant, including the Apocalypse. There's a variant to the Apocalypse as well. I opted for the blue-limbed version. There's also the black-limbed version. I think both look very cool, but I went with the blue-limbed version because those are the pieces that came with my figures, so I just went ahead and completed it, and boom, there I had it. So anyway, you can see in this image right here, here's all the variants and everything, minus the Apocalypse figure. Alright, let's get to it and check out the Build-A-Figure. And here's my Build-A-Figure Apocalypse, and 11 years later, I still love this thing. Absolutely gorgeous. I was so happy to dust this off. There's all kinds of dust all over them, and you may still see some throughout this review. But an incredible piece. Mine is broken. It actually fell over from a corpse, and I'll explain that later on. So it was a dead body that made this thing break over here, which is kind of neat. I don't know, it being Apocalypse and everything. But the paint detail throughout, this is just something that we don't see in our figures anymore. Just consistent, awesome paint throughout the entire thing. There's just not one part of it that spared some awesome paint detail. You get this great sculpt. A lot of people said that he's too top heavy, and I would agree with that. He's especially wobbly on the knees, so I have to have him in a crouching kind of pose. His knees are just way too loose for any kind of just standing straight up and down. But anyway, let's take a closer look at this guy. So not only are we getting great paint on this figure, but the sculpt looks fantastic as well. Look at all those wrinkles throughout the face. And the likeness of Apocalypse over here. I mean, this is what I think of when I think of Apocalypse. I think of this face right over here. And the paint detail. Oh man, I love how we're getting like this beige color over the gray. You can see the brush strokes in there. We get that metallic blue for his big old lips coming all the way across to his ears. We get the metallic red for his eyes. You can see the veins sculpted right there, right by the eyes. We get more of that beigeish yellowish color right over here on top. I think that looks really good, man. Very, very pleased with that. That's the ab crunch joint right there. Then he just has a flat black right here for these sections right here at the very top. And then you can see we get a little bit more of that yellowish color right there in the middle. Looking really nice. I love we get the silver dry brushing right there in the neck. You can even have that detail in there. That looks great. Then we also have some nice metallic blue for the main body of the figure too. Looking really nice. It's not a very vibrant metallic blue, but still looks very good. You get some nice silver right over here for the first A. Then you can see the gray dry brushing over the black right here on the sides. This is a little on the puffy side. I think they went a little bit too big. I forget the name of this muscle right here. Is this your laterals? I can't remember. But yeah, I just feel like they just went a little bit too big with that in the sculpt. You know, a little bit too puffy right there. But the arms look really solid. Get some nice shadowing effect right over here. Gotta love it. And then the arms look really good. Yeah. Damn, yeah, I love this figure. I gotta say, it's awesome how they hide all the little joint pieces with these little square spots. You can see those in the knees too as we get to it. Here's the hands, looking really good. And then on this side right here, very similar. We get that gunmetal right here. A lot of variations of silver right here with this figure. Really dig it. Now here's the part where it broke. As you can see, you get some kind of bubbles and stuff coming on right over there. And that's because way back in the day, I was watching Autopsy with my ex and my friend Rodine, and this was standing on top of the TV. And during the show, the doctor went ahead and cracked the rib cage, and this was standing on the TV, and the cracked rib cage was so loud that it knocked the figure over and it broke right over here. So I had to take this apart and put it back together. I think I boiled this in hot water, so that's why this has all these bumps throughout over here. The figure didn't come like that. And I believe this is all one piece, so I had to get a second piece. I think I picked up both versions of X23 so I could swap out the bottom half right here. In doing so, I kind of broke this a little bit again, so it's just kind of, you know, very wobbly up there. Unfortunate, but aesthetically wise, it doesn't really bother me too much. I think it adds something to it. Anyway, you get the Apocalypse crotch, then the Apocalypse legs. Again, great shadowing effect throughout. I really like the silver and the shadowing effect that we get right over here. And there's more of those squares filling in the obvious joints that we would see. Then no peg holes or anything like that at the bottom of his feet. This piece a little moves up and down. Then you're just looking at the back of the figure. You can see some nice black shadowing effect on the heels of his feet. Really good looking figure. And tubes! This is something that a lot of people end up losing, are these tubes right over here. And they just port right in. And they're made with the bendy wire, so you can pose it around any way you like. I think that's awesome. You know, it stays. Makes it really easy to move around and everything. I really like these tubes a lot, and they're painted out very well. A disappointment with Marvel Legends ToyBiz articulation is very rare, and this guy is very well articulated. You can see his head looks up very far. You can get his head moving all the way down right there. You also get the side-to-side movement. I mean, this huge collar thing does, you know, it does restrict some movement, but you can still get him moving side to side. And then you do not get any head pivot. His shoulders move outward, and you can move them down that much, and you can move them forward. You get a bicep swivel in here. You get a single jointed elbow that really only bends in that much, and you also get a wrist swivel, and it hinges up and down, or just down actually. It doesn't move up, but it does hinge down at the wrist. Then he has individual finger movement right here, so they all just move at the knuckle, which, you know, I would like to have more articulation in those fingers, so that would, you know, make more of a reason to have that articulation over there, because why is it going to be posed like that? You know, that doesn't really make any sense. But anyway, he does crunch forward just a tad, and he does crunch back, so you get quite a few clicks in there. Very loud. He has a wobbly waist swivel, because I broke my figure. He has the ball jointed hip joints that move outward. That much. You can actually move it all the way out like that, but I don't really do that. Oh man, please don't break. There it goes. Alright, and because it's on a T-joint, it can kick all the way forward that much, but again, kind of wobbly at the legs. Yeah, you get an upper thigh cut, double jointed knees. He does have a calf rotation. The ankles do move down. You can move them up. He does have ankle pivot, and he also has a toe articulation. Now, while I mentioned it was difficult to get the figure to stand without his knees bent, I was able to do it, and measuring him out, he's standing at about 14.5 inches tall. And here he is compared to our very first Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure, the Galactus from ToyBiz. And you can see that Galactus is still standing taller, however, the Apocalypse does have more mass. And then here's Apocalypse compared to our most recent Build-A-Figure, which is the Hasbro Civil War Giant Man, and oh, look how small he is. Oh, he's so tiny. And then just for fun, here's the Apocalypse Build-A-Figure next to the Hasbro Arc Angel with the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive shiny wings. And then here's the Build-A-Figure Apocalypse next to the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. Oh, you're looking kind of blue. Hey, how about a hug, huh? Come on in. Oh no. Whoa! Oh, sick! My own shield! Oh, thank you, Ultra Maximus! So many years later, I still love this figure. I never picked up the Series 7 Apocalypse. That one just looked so husky, and it just wasn't the Apocalypse that I had in mind for my collection. This one right here really does it. It is enormous. I absolutely love it. I know some people would prefer a smaller Apocalypse, and I think we will get one from Hasbro soon enough. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button. Click any of the boxes coming up over here for more Shart in your face. If you have not yet hit the subscribe button, well, you gotta do it now. So go ahead and click right over there if you want to subscribe. If you want to check out my last video, which is a P.O. Box Pickups video, you can check that out by clicking the button right over there. Also, the review I did before that was the Kotobukiya Artifacts Plus Beast statue, which is quite beastly. I really like that one a lot. And if you want to support this YouTube channel, you can pick up one of the ShartimusPrime t-shirts. We got Not Dolls and Give It Ankle Pivot. Those are up at ShartimusPrime.net. And if you want to see a photo gallery from this review, you can find it at MarvelousNews.com. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.
Posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures every day. I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, it's okay.
That's crispy.
And here's our second